Hey, it's Chris the Pinball Noob. It's a rainy day, traffic's heavy, so that means it's time for another Bumper2Bumper. A lot of stuff to talk about today. We just got back from a trip to Orlando. We did a little arcade hunting while we were there, and I got to play the new Stern Star Wars Fall of the Empire. I made a video kind of speculating about it, but now I've actually got my hands on it, and I've got some opinions. And everybody wants to hear a Pinball Noob's opinions about a new game, right? So here's what I think. I think it's good. It's fine. Stern definitely was not trying to blow people away with this one. You can tell they played it safe. No crazy mechs, no features we've never seen before, other than some technical stuff like the Spike 2 system, the bigger screen and all that. But it feels like a very safe game. But, it's a straightforward fan layout. It's easy to start modes. It feels a little like it doesn't know who its audience is. On the one hand, it's pretty approachable in terms of layouts and understanding what you're supposed to be doing. On the other hand, it's a pretty fast and brutal game, which, that'll appeal to the more hardcore pinball players. Maybe it'll do well in tournaments. But yeah, it's maybe a little too hard for your average arcade goer. I thought it was going to be an easier game, but it's really not. But I enjoyed it. It definitely didn't blow me away, but I had fun. It's easy, like I said, easy to start modes. You hit a couple targets and hit a shot, and you get a mode for that shot, and that's about it. The repeatable ramp loop up the middle, that's pretty cool. Some of the shots are hard to hit, like the Death Star shot. I had a hard time locking balls on the left side, the Luke shot or something, but I still enjoyed it. The two pop bumpers near the middle of the playfield really make things crazy. I was afraid they would cause a lot of drains into the out lanes, but they really didn't. They just kind of bounce the ball and make the game feel a little more alive. But yeah, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's okay. I wouldn't mind seeing one on location. I would probably play it more than the 2017 Star Wars, just because I feel like I know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's okay. Second thing, Winchester Mystery House was announced by Barrels of Fun. It's their third game, and there was a lot of hype for this when it came out, which is surprising because the theme is kind of nothing. If you don't know what Winchester Mystery House is, it's basically like a tourist trap in Northern California. It's just a haunted house that people have made legends about over the years. And the game really doesn't benefit from the theme. It could just be called Haunted House 2 or something. It's about spirits and ghosts and things like that. Really not something I'm into. But the word on the street is it's a good game. It was designed by Karl Deangelo from IE Pinball. He's an amazing player. I think he's high placing or has won a number of tournaments. And he's a really good pinball streamer that I enjoy watching, and his skills are incredible. And now he's designing games apparently. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for seeing what he can do, and this game plus whatever else he might design in the future. And if he ends up working with Barrels of Fun long term, that would be really cool. I haven't played it, but I'm looking forward to it soon. Another big thing that was just announced was Spooky's Beetlejuice. People have basically known about this for like a year now. There's been all kinds of speculation, and Spooky finally confirmed it. I think they gave a release date. I don't remember. I want to say it's in November, so it's actually coming up pretty soon here, which is crazy because nobody's seen the game being played or even what the playfield layout looks like. But of course there's a ton of hype, especially coming off Evil Dead, which was a hit. Everybody loves it. So I'm expecting Beetlejuice is basically going to sell out immediately as soon as orders go up. I actually saw on Facebook people were selling pre-orders for the game before it was even announced. We weren't even sure Beetlejuice was coming, and people were already taking money for pre-orders. So that's how big the hype is for this game. And I hope it's good. If Spooky fumbles this one, could really burn a lot of bridges. But I think it'll be good based on how they handled Evil Dead. I can't really see them going wrong. So we'll see. And speaking of Evil Dead, not my local pinball spot, but one that's fairly close to me that I visit regularly, just got an Evil Dead. So I'm finally going to get a chance to play that. I'm pretty excited. I've been hearing all kinds of hype about it, and I can't wait to go try it. So I'll make a video about that, probably post some impressions, and let you know if it lives up to the hype. While we were in Orlando, we did some Disney resort hopping, and I took a bunch of quick little videos of a bunch of the arcades in the different Disney resorts. It's always interesting to me to see what they have in there. Probably about half of them have pinball machines, and they're always just completely trashed. There's things that are broken, flippers not working, they're filthy. But there's something about that I like. I kind of enjoy playing a broken machine and just sort of seeing what I can get out of it. So yeah, I did a little arcade hunting in the Disney resorts. And then while we were there, we actually visited two legit arcades, one called Arcade Time and one called Arcade Monsters, which are like 2 blocks apart from each other, but as far as I can tell, they're not related. But they were both very good spots to play pinball. I think Arcade Monsters had better maintained machines, and Arcade Time had a bigger selection. But they were both really good. I'd be happy going to either one. And I'm happy that there's good pinball in Orlando now. Last couple of years, I've been looking for somewhere to play. We went to Desertland, which has a big arcade full of pinball machines, but they're all in pretty bad shape and outdated. Like I said, I visited all the Disney resorts looking for arcade machines, or pinball machines, sorry. But yeah, Arcade Time and Arcade Monsters, that's going to be where I go in Orlando for pinball now. I'll have a video up about those soon. I might do like a comparison between the two, since they're so close together. And yeah, that was what we did on our Orlando trip when we were not doing Disney park stuff. Anyway, traffic's moving again, so I'm going to cut it here. Until next time, keep playing pinball. I don't know.